Hi, I want to tell you 3 ways to win with Groupon and why most of you fail. I'm Keith West Harrison, and I'm a spa consultant, retail trainer, and expert on climate change. I've done over 26,000 facials. I'm a celebrity skincare advisor. I have a doctorate in world wellness, and I've owned a failing day spa. Yeah, it was failing, but the good news is I fixed a failing day spa. I'm also a climate reality leader, which means I've trained with Al Gore on climate change and how to make it better, and I'm also the #1 spa consultant for retail sales. The good news for me, I'm really good at getting media attention. So I've been in hundreds and hundreds of different media outlets. So if you want more information, you're going to see at the bottom that you can check out thespaownerexperience.com. Now let's get to the good stuff. 2 years ago, we decided we loved Albuquerque, and we wanted to buy a 9,000 square foot building that's been vacant for 9 years. So one of the issues we had was we knew we couldn't go to a bank and get the money. They just weren't going to lend it to us. So we decided to go to our spa clients and raise that money. That's going to come in really important here in just a little bit. So what have been our benefits? You know, we were excited about Groupon, and in fact, we'd been watching them for a while before they launched in Albuquerque about 5 years ago. We were lucky because they called us and said, "We want to run you in our launch week. Let's explain how Groupon works." And I said, no. We've been following you for a while and just waiting for you to show up in our market. So what's been our benefits? Money. Money, money, money. So not only have we made money on the actual Groupons, we've turned them into lifetime clients. And our average retail sale, even on a discounted Groupon service, is $80. Now, the more exciting part of that is $380,000. Where'd that come from? Well, when we decided we wanted to buy that building, and we knew we couldn't go to a bank, we started telling everybody that came through, even on a Groupon, that if they invested in our business, they would get 5 years worth of free services and their money back at the end of 5 years plus interest. 90% of our investors were from a Groupon. 90% of our investors had been to visit us once on a Groupon and now have financed our new building as well as the renovation. So those people are the ones that gave us the investments of $380,000. So let's talk about why it works and how it works. There's what I teach to a lot of people called the anatomy of a spa visit. And this is really looking at a spa or salon visit from the client's perspective. So if it's not one you've seen me teach, you need to check out the website. Now, I'm going to give you my 3 main rules for being successful with Groupon. Number 1, don't be boring. Be strategic and be creative. Don't just pick a massage. Don't just pick a facial. Come up with something brand new and creative. So what makes a good offer? Well, it needs to be a service that a lot of people want, or at least sounds like they would want. So you have to be creative with naming, describing, and pricing. So who are you targeting? Because there's really 2 different ways to look at this. If you're targeting a lot of people with a low dollar amount, you're going to get volume. If you're targeting high quality, people who are looking for the ultimate experience, they're going to pay more, but you're going to get a lot less of them. What will it lead to? Now, this is something that I try to get all of my spa and salon owners to think of. What's your main goal with an offer? Is it to get new people in the door? Is it to introduce a new service? Is it to drive retail sales? What is it? So for us, it's definitely drive retail sales because we see a huge benefit from every single person that comes, even on a discounted Groupon as low as $29 for a facial. Our average is $80 in retail. So look at your business and see what creates the most revenue. Typically in the spa world, skincare is where the majority of spas make their money. Now, if you have a salon, that's the next one, because salon, of course, with color or something besides just cuts is going to be a huge revenue driver. Massage, not as much, but still a big service that people want. Body wraps like scrub, or body treatments like scrubs and wraps, again, a little lower. And then for the spas I've worked with, nails has been probably the smallest percentage of revenue. Number 2, improve your service. You have got to treat these people like you want to see them again. The biggest complaint that we hear from our clients who have used Groupons at other places is they were treated like a coupon. They were treated like, oh, it might have been they paid $30 for the facial, but they feel like they were treated more like a $10 or $15 client. So you have to make sure that the service providers, the people working on these clients, treat them like they're happy to see them and they want to see them again. And years ago, even before we had Groupon or other discount sites, we always would have to train spa owners and train the staff not to look down on gift certificate users, because typically they were the ones that only came on a birthday or only came on Mother's Day. So we treated them poorly, like they were only going to come see us once a year. So we've got to get that overall experience right. And most importantly, this is your chance with a new client to build a relationship. So again, the anatomy of a spa visit are 3 main parts. If you don't know those, you need to visit my website. Number 3, finally, get contact information and make their visit memorable. I can't tell you how many salons and spas I've worked with who had hundreds of Groupon clients come through their door and they never asked them for an email address. They never asked them for contact information. They never followed up with them. You are losing out on a huge opportunity to build not only your client base, but your email base so you can get the word out about exciting things you're doing. So number 1, emails rule. Get the contact information so you can coordinate and engage newsletters. Newsletters, but also social media. Did you know that you can upload a list of email addresses to Facebook and specifically advertise to those people? You can. If you don't know how to do it, again, visit my website. And finally, reach out and follow up. So what we do with emails is, you'll see the example. We have an email sending out invitation to one of our parties. So this is where I did a class on climate change, talked about the fact that we almost got killed by 5 lions in South Africa. We've also done video releases. So you'll see the greatfaceandbody.com/101 is where we send people now that still want to invest in our next round of building renovations. So get those emails. Now, finally, I want you to apply all these things, but I also want you to apply for your free business jumpstart session with me, Keith West Harrison. So this is where I'm going to spend 45 minutes to an hour with you, just going over your business and showing you how to make a difference. So visit thespaownerexperience.com and then go back and decide tomorrow how to use these 3 things to be successful with Groupon.